Okay, in today's video, we are going to talk about the interview granted by the founder of Binance Exchange. So today, this is the market. You can go over and search about it. Okay, let's go to what we have for today. So this is the interview. If you want the full interview, you can go down to the description and you will get the full interview. But we are only going to take a piece around 3 minutes from it, where he talked about Luna.
Well, most people understand it. The Luna is a very different problem. Luna UST is that's a design mistake, compounded with an operational mistake, compounded with other companies loaning other companies. It's a whole pile of problems. So that's what I call the loan problem that's in the industry, in a few industry players. But that's not a DeFi problem.
Going back, did you ever get worried about the size that Luna was growing? Did it ever trouble you, knowing that the majority of the Binance user base must have been involved in Luna in some way or another, right? Retail was very much involved in Luna. Did you ever look at this and go, wow, what if this thing fails?
About talking about failure. Like I always said, I said it in my previous video, failing is a part of growing, and having a mindset towards any business that is going to fail is going to affect your perception towards that business. It's going to affect the way you handle those business. But saying, do you ever think, if this project is going to fail, if you carry that in mind, you might not do anything. There is no project or any business that's 100% sure of not failing. Big companies have failed in the past. Big companies are still going to fail in the future. So let's continue and let's hear what he said.
This is an algorithmic stablecoin.
Honestly, I didn't. But if I did that, I probably would do that with every coin. If Ethereum's pretty big, what if it fails? Bitcoin is pretty big. What if Bitcoin is bigger? What if it fails, right? So if you look at the top 10, you can say that to everything. But if I had the foresight to know this is a particular one that has a huge risk than the other ones, I would have done something. Of course, I wasn't that smart, and most other people wasn't. Hindsight is much easier.
When you saw it happening, and you must have known that a lot of the Binance users are retail, and a lot of the retail users got wrecked, and if not wrecked, lost a lot of money. How was it? How was that watching this collapse?
So it's pretty interesting, right? So we paused trading for Luna, and guess what?
About pausing trading, you won't just blame CZ or Binance for pausing trading. This happened in a very, very fast pace, and being Binance as an exchange is there for its own traders or customers. So there we do what is best to them, and also there we like to get a reaction on the next step to take. But let's continue.
We got a lot of complaints from users who wants to buy it. And we said, look, we deem this as high risk. They said, look, just you're the platform. You should provide access. You don't tell us you don't tell us what to buy, what not to buy.
Yes. Like I always say, everybody approach the market differently. There are some people who are ready to take high risk with high capital. There are those who do not have the shock absorber to take high risk or take big shock. So there are different ways which people approach trading. Some come for the long period, some come for the short period. Some are ready to take that risk. Some go into future shorting and longing projects. So these are the things you consider when you talk about the crypto space or trading.
Buy. If you prevent us from trading it, then you're causing risk for us because the price may move on other platforms. We're like, do you know Luna is being printed at exponential rates? There's now like 1,000x more Luna than there were like a couple of days ago. They're like, yeah, we understand that. We can handle our loss we can handle the loss of money, but you can't stop us from trading. So you get all kind of different, perspectives from a platform.
How do you feel being in that position where you kind of have to protect users, and it's almost akin to censorship. So it's almost like Mark Zuckerberg or at the time Jack Dorsey and censorship, saying, I don't think it's safe for you to trade that. Therefore, I'm going to halt it on my platform.
So what we learned is so we only pause trading when the
See, talking about pausing trading is the same thing. They are just trying to play safe. They are trying to play safe for all various type of traders.
blockchain stop functioning.
Yeah.
Right. So there's no deposit withdrawals anyway. So but we learned is that there's a few different aspects. The best protection is to always provide a neutral market. So especially after we listed, when something happens, especially during critical periods where things are crashing, stuff like that, you absolutely should not pause trading. There's people who want to get out. There's people who want to get in.
So he's talking about when something is crashing. There are some people who are ready to say, okay, I'm okay with this 10% loss. I'm taking out my capital. There are people who are going to go into the future and start shorting it, saying it's going to go down, and they'll start making profit. Possibly the transaction is just like I put money in a business, and the business is falling, and there are various means and opportunity to make profit or for me to take my capital. Possibly the transaction does not really say you pause the downtrend of that project. You are just limiting your users to make decisions and cash in on other opportunities that comes when the project is crashing.
Our scalpers or whatever you call them that want to get into this high risk assets because they want to take that high volatility. They want to shoot for the upside, and they're okay with losing some money. So as a platform, once we list something, it's actually very hard to stop trading of it. Especially during volatility times, we need to make sure our system's up, our trading is functioning.
Yeah.
The other.
Okay, so this is the part we are going to take for this video. If you want to get a full interview, you go down to our description. I will put a link. I'll remember to put the link this time. And you can go there, subscribe to that YouTube channel. I got a lot of information from there also. And tell me, what do you think about his own view towards the Terra and Luna? Understand Luna is different from LULA is different from LULC. There's Luna and there's Luna Classic. So tell me, what do you think about this idea? And do you think Binance is going to implement a 1.2% on-chain and off-chain loan? Do you think it's possible? For me, I know it's going to happen someday. It's going to happen someday, and I think Terra Luna is down now. Terra Classic is down. You can do where to make your decision, and you see it's down by 4%. So you can do where to make your decision and choose to join in. Why I don't give you 100% go in order is I want you to make your own decisions and be responsible for anything you do. If I'm responsible in making this decision, if anything good or bad comes out of it, I will be responsible for it 100%. That's what I believe. So to where I would like to see your comments, like, subscribe, and share our content. It encourages us to do more content. Take care and have a wonderful week ahead.